What's happening, guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can see, we are out on the river. We're going camping somewhere, not too sure where yet, but we'll put the tinny in at Fred's Landing, just below Tailem Bend, and I'm heading towards Murray Bridge and then maybe Mannum, not too sure. I think we're going to meet up with Michael at Murray Bridge and go for a bit of a cruise. We might camp somewhere near Mypolonga or Zaddo's Landing, not too sure yet. We'll see what's available. So I've got the swag on board, and that's about it. We go for a bit of a cruise. It's a bloody beautiful day. It's going to get up to about 30 degrees, no wind at the moment. A little bit of wind coming up later on this afternoon. But anyway, let's go for a bit of a cruise to Murray Bridge and maybe Mannum. And we better turn the camera around and show you guys what I'm looking at. And that means it's time to start the music. Just going into River Glen Marina. It's about 3/4 of the way between Murray Bridge and Jervois and closer to Murray Bridge. Check out a few of the houseboats. Actually called into that one probably a couple of years ago when I came through. Someone that followed the channel invited me in for a beer. So this is Bell's Landing at Monteith. One of those areas that was a big dairy farm area. Probably had 20 of them along there. Now they'd be lucky to be 2 or 3 left, I think. A lot of them sold their water licences or sold half and then leased their water licences and just changed over to beef cattle. But this was the first place I camped on my houseboat trip after going through the lakes and getting to Wellington and then back to Tailem Bend, where I stayed for a few weeks while I got set up for the rest of the trip. So once I left Tailem Bend, this is my first stop. Just up here past this willow, I think. They make it look like it's private land, but it's not. It's actually a public park, and those houses and shacks have got a fence back there about 40 or 50 metres. A couple of nice little cheap shacks up here. And this is Swamport Bridge. This is the main highway from Adelaide to Melbourne. Adelaide's about 80 kilometres to the left. I don't know what Melbourne is, probably about 700 k's. And this bridge is about 1 kilometre, 2 kilometres just below Murray Bridge. And this is what's known as Long Island. Out to the right, you're not allowed to have any powered vessels, so you've got to stick to the left. And up ahead in the distance, you might be able to pick up the new Swanport Hotel at Murray Bridge. Gets a bit narrow through here, but gets fairly crowded with skiers in the summer. A lot of nice old river boats on this marina opposite Sturt Reserve at Murray Bridge. I think it might be called Long Flat. So just coming up to the railway bridge and the road bridge at Murray Bridge. Lots of bridges there, and you can see the 1956 flood level on the pylon. We're just doing a U-turn and head down along Sturt Reserve. Check out the Captain Proud paddle boat just up here. Captain Proud does cruises every day. You can go out for a meal. And this is the main reserve at Murray Bridge. You've got the rowing club there. On the right of the rowing club is a restaurant. It's a steakhouse. Never been there, but I've heard it's pretty good. And then the older building to the left of the rowing club is the Murray Bridge Community Club. People sitting out in the balcony having lunch. This area in here is all 4 knots. Don't know if you can see it, but about 100 metres out, 150 metres out, there's all these yellow buoys with 4 knots. So all this side of those, you've got to stay 4 knots. If you're the other side, you can go as fast as you like. And up there is the famous Murray Bridge bunyip, where you can go in there. You used to put 20 cents in. I think it's free now. You press the button and the bunyip pops out of the water. And this is about where the next stop I moored my houseboat up was in here somewhere. When I did my trip about 4 years ago. And in the background, you probably can't pick it up, but they're just setting up Circus Soleil, I think it is. Getting ready to put the tent up. Anyway, we'll turn around and go back under the bridge, and we should be meeting Michael, I think, the other side of the bridge. So over here we've got the Lady Ray. I'm sure I filmed it probably 4 or 5 years ago, but it sunk. Went down the bottom. They've got it back up again. Forgotten the name of that one. But Lady Ray was moored up at the front of this old barge. This is Tailem Reserve, Murray Bridge on the eastern side. So this is another area on the eastern side of Murray Bridge, across the bridge, called Avoca Dell. Got a nice little caravan park just back up behind the lawned area, and a public area for boating. for swimming, so great little spot. So I know this area as Sunnyside, but I think it's got a different name now. You can actually get into it from this end, and then it stops, and then you can get in down another track down the other end. So it's actually on the Murray Bridge to Mannum Road, but it's the eastern road. And probably about 10 or 15 k's out of Murray Bridge. Looks like we've turned into the rescue boats. I'm glad Michael worked out he'd broke it. This guy had broken down. I just waved to him and went past.
I know him, I'll give him a tow. It's the Dean's cousin.
Whoa.
I mean, fucking want to hit you.
Which way are you going?
That's the reserve.
Okay. Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
If not, if that one's no good, I'll pull in down here. I think he's got to tow him about 2 kilometres back down to, I think he's said it was called Snakes Reserve or something. I'm just going to shoot up ahead and check out this other spot. If not, there's a spot about half a kilometre back that'll be pretty good. I don't mind this spot here, guys. Looks like a fairly sandy beach. Got some rope swings there for me to jump off of. Got a branch I can jump off of into the water. I reckon this might be it. Nice little area to set up the swags. Have a little fire tonight if it gets cold. See how sandy or muddy it is. Oh, it's pretty good. Nice and sandy. And fairly shallow. I think the prop's stuck in the sand. Nice. Must be nearly beer o'clock, guys. We'll go and set up on the bank and wait for Michael. I need somewhere where I can go out on the rope swings and do some double backflips and a couple of pikes. Go for a bit of a swim. Wonder if I can climb that branch. Looks a bit tricky, guys. Comes the rescue boat. So we got the camp all set up at Wall Flat, so thought we'd go for a trip to Mannum. So we're just going to have a cruise in here to Mannum Waters. It's a fairly big marina. Probably 100 bloody houseboats in here. Got some friends that just bought a houseboat, so I think they're moored here. So I'm just going to have a quick look and see if they're up here for the weekend. So there's the Marion. She still works, they do trips on it. But back when I was probably 5 or 6 years of age, it was in a dry dock straight behind it there. And that dry dock was one that they'd drive into, then they'd just pump the water out. And it sat there for many years. Used to be able to go in and go for a walk around it, but it was all in pieces. Bit of a mess, but all up and going again now. Okay, and here we have the beautiful Murray Princess. What a boat. I think it usually goes out Sunday afternoons. If you look back through some videos, you should be able to find us at Pernong where it goes through at night time, and it is spectacular. Lights the whole river up like it's a football field. And there we have the good old Lillian. What a great little paddle boat. How you going, guys? What do you got in that cup? Great little boat. And here we have the Mayflower. Another great little paddle boat. How are ya? Okay, so we just get back to the campsite, and I didn't have the microphone turned on my GoPro. We're just checking out things, and I get this bright idea again in my 18-year-old brain to go and do another tree jump. And I haven't checked the depth or anything. I know that sandy out there's rope swings, so it's not too bad. Ended up getting Michael to push me up a little bit on that first bit. And we get out there, and seeing we don't really know how deep it is, I always do a belly flop, so we'll just land on the belly. So if it is a bit shallow, it's going to be okay. Studying things here a little bit, and away we go. Beautiful belly flop. And it was a little bit shallower than I thought, as you can see here as I stand up, but all good. I think it was about 1.5 feet deep. Okay, guys, I think I forgot to have the sound on when I did my brilliant belly flop off the tree there. And I probably should have checked how deep it was, but I had it in my head that it was only about 2 foot deep anyway. So don't start whinging in the comments about what I did. I did the belly flop. It's nice and safe. Obviously, you're not going to dive into stuff like that because you don't know what's there. But I thought it was a very good belly flop. I'm going to give it 9.2. That's my review. What is it?
Nice clean carp. Top hook on the shrimp.
Come and show it to the camera. So it didn't have the sound on again. So this is the cook up that no one's going to like. We're doing pork crackling. So just the skin I got from the butcher. It's going to be deep fried in tallow. I've been doing a bit through the week with my son. And the tallow has no carbs. It's going to look like it's awful. And you're going to think the pork's no good because it's fatty, but the pork has no carbs at all as well. So it's going to come up nice and crispy. It is actually on a carnivore side I follow, and it's actually better for you, a couple of mouthfuls of that tallow, than what it would be to have a bowl of cornflakes. Heaps of sugar in cornflakes and things like that, but I'm very good at knowing what you should do on a carb diet. I'm just very shit at keeping to it, but back on it again. Lost about 7 kilos in the last 3 weeks. And we're going to be having this beautiful pork crackling with some boiled eggs tonight. So don't get on here whinging that it's no good for you. It just means you don't know what you're talking about. So Anyway, check it out. It's going to be beautiful. Okay guys, I know what you're thinking. We've cooked about 3 lots of this up during the week with my son, and we started with just a little bit of tallow, beef tallow, and then it's just built up with the oil coming out of the pork. So it gets all that oil coming out, and we'll just let it cook for a while here. Then we'll gradually turn it up. That skin will come nice and crispy, and then you leave it for about 5 or 10 minutes after it's cooked, and that lets it crispen up even more. And as I said before, 0 sugars or 0 carbs. I don't care what you're thinking or what you're about to post in the comments. This is good for you. Just to prove that I am correct, only 3 weeks ago this guy was 150 kilos. Look at him now.
Proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
52 kilos. 52 sounds better. So yeah, cut out those sugars and you too can look like Michael.
It's fabulous.
Or, I know I'm still a fat guy. I'm good at telling people what to do, but it is hard sticking to it all. But imagine how fat I would have been if I didn't be half a carnivore. Anyway, I know I told you, about 7 kilos down in the last 3 weeks, so it's the yearly diet. We do it every year, lose a bit, put some back on, but we're giving it a crack. Okay guys, these are coming along perfect. About ready to take them out. Look at that skin bubbling up, perfect. Okay guys, how good does that look? Now the trick is you need to leave them 10 minutes. They're still a bit moist. Let a little bit of the oil seep out of them and they will get crispier. Don't eat them straight away. They are going to be magnificent. Okay guys, there's the plate up. The whole difference is just letting them air out for about 10 minutes. And we put a bit of chicken salt on them. Michael's had a couple. Come on Mike, give us a score.
8.8.
8.8.
Yeah.
Pretty happy with that. Okay, back for a review in a minute. Okay guys, food review. Thought we better do the crunch test. How good does that look? So here we go. Where's the microphone? Absolutely sensational. I think I probably could have left them in for another 3.7 minutes and they would have been crispier. But overall, pretty bloody good. 9.4, that's my review.
Oh shit, that's a high one.
And what a beautiful night. Okay, we just had a bit of an accident with my chair. Got up to get a beer and Michael pushed me and the chair collapsed. So yeah, I don't think it's that funny, mate. Got the little fire going here, starting to cool down a bit now. And watching a bit of Speedway on the phone. But yeah, my favourite chair. Unbelievable. Well, good morning. What a beautiful day again. River's like glass. So we'll start packing up our mess back here. My broken chair. Don't know if I filmed that last night or not. Michael pushed me off my chair and breaking the bloody thing. I'll blame it on him anyway. So that's probably going to do this one. Might do a bit of filming on the way back home. We'll see what happens. If not, it's a great spot, but can only get here by boat at the moment. So wall flat, fantastic. Catch you guys in the next one.